The time has come, lovely Biafrans. The time has come. Separatist group are gaining weight on the ground in Nigeria. Separatist group from Al Jazeera itself, from Al Jazeera. Separatist group are gaining mighty ground in Nigeria. So today, Biafrans have spoken in a mighty voice, and here we take it for the time we have. Lovers of freedom, things are getting very, very, very interesting, and many people may not understand what happened in London when Sunday Igboho presented the certificate of departure from Nigeria. Everything is working hand in hand in this Nigeria, you understand. And today, Biafrans have less soludo to understand that this land is our own. And they have confirmed that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is the true leader. Without Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, no peace. And this message is coming from Al Jazeera. We are going into Al Jazeera before Al Jazeera can carry a news that came from Nigeria. That means you will understand the reason our PM abandoned his political career and face the liberation. We will take it from here as our jingle. Let's take it from here as our jingle. Then everybody will understand.
General Osha, can I ask you a question, General? So what's the letter entails today? What are you here for today?
We are here to come and talk to...
Yeah.
We are here to come and
I just got a question. Yeah, I've got a question.
Go ahead.
Yeah, what is it? What are you here for today?
We're here under the self-determination right.
Yeah.
You know, and the reason why we're being asked to do this under our leader is because the Yorubas are people that have been around for thousands of years.
Yeah.
Self-determination that we're asking for is so that we can exit Nigeria peacefully. So we're having a march today.
So you're part of Nigeria?
Yeah, we're part of Nigeria. The Yoruba that have been around with Nigeria for 13,000 years.
Yeah.
They want everybody to go back.
Steve, this is the leader. He's going over to hand over a letter.
Please help us to share. Help us to share.
Probably will be going to the Prime Minister to hand over a letter, I think.
Now, lovely Biafrans, we are here. We are here, and we are not going anywhere. Let us then show you the outcome. Then you will understand what is really going on in the international world. International world.
Monday Soludo. Last year, Apatareshi. Naga kushi shop ya. If I know go na fa ba buru kwa trailer key. Fa buru trailer key. Maka enwere ike fa nwere ike kpochie sons of bright key fa agwu. Anyị na-ayọ isi ana ya mee ka eweturu anyị ego na anyị na chop. Na tax. If I know okwu ya bro sit at home. Ọkwa ego anyị na-efu na you have to every morning. What do I task? Oburu mo eti na start home. I kere kwa governor maka mbo obara kere di dere na and kalu. All the record. Mana ọ ga-akpọba mba nke o ruo n'isi. Mana ịmapụta n'ike si anyị na n'ọya akpọchi shop anyị. Na anyị apụtara ọmụ. Otu agaghị sọkwa na ebe esi na-eri ife ndị ya kwanye.
Go. You know, the time to play game with the Igbo people has gone. That is what we are letting Biafrans to know. The time to play games with the Biafrans has come and gone. So please, if you are here, Continue to celebrate. That is our message today. That is our message today. And as always, Stephen Udebuono, thank you. Greetings from here. Fidelis Onyeze, thank you. Blessing Okboku, thank you. Continue to celebrate. In this our break time, we are going to highlight Biafrans because do you know whenever JAZEERA published news concerning Nigeria, that means you will then understand the reason PM abandoned his political career and face Biafran project. There we are going with every speed. With every speed now we have. Please stay with us. Let us go to JAZEERA, please. We are going now there to JAZEERA. Stay with us, stay with us, stay with us, stay with us. Eh? Are you seeing something? If you are seeing something, you let us know. This is Soludo. This is Soludo, please. Oh, this is Soludo. This is Soludo. Man to man is fighting. You see Soludo. Let us give him a good shade. That everybody will see somebody that want to be given order in Biafran land. You know, look at Soludo to give order in Biafran land. The way we prepare to get Biafra is what nobody ever imagined. Let us go to the message of the day with every speed we may have. Please join us. All these jokers that came to take our land, we will tell them that we know exactly what it takes and how to restore a nation. Lovely Biafrans, please help us to share, because the way it is with our time, you have to help us do the job. You help us do the job. Huh?
Charles Soludo's order to open market today, being the 14th of October 2024, Monday at home update here in Ochanja main market, Mambala State, Biafra land. As you can see, all plazas here still remain under lock and key.
We control the game. We control the game. We control the game. So Biafrans, we are taking it head on, head on, head on, head on. We will come here. We are going directly to JAZEERA. And here we come.
UN Special Rapporteur on extrajudicial summary or arbitrary executions has just ended a 2-week visit to Nigeria. Agnes Callamard has been looking at alleged abuses committed by security forces in the north and south, where a separatist movement has been gaining ground. Well, Callamard is warning the Nigerian government to address what she's calling a pressure cooker of violence that is claiming thousands of lives. Her report also highlights excessive use of force by police leading to Rapporteur on extrajudicial summary or arbitrary executions has just ended a 2-week visit to Nigeria. Agnes Callamard has been looking at alleged abuses committed by security forces in the north and south, where a separatist movement has been gaining ground. Well, Callamard committed by security forces in the north and south, where a separatist movement has been gaining ground. Well, Callamard has been looking at alleged abuses committed by security forces in the north and south, where a separatist
and in south, the separatist movement has been gaining ground. JAZEERA. Biafrans, one thing that is very, very important here now is every one of you should understand that JAZEERA is being owned by Arabic countries. BBC is for England. CNN is for America. Al Jazeera is for Arab. They now see they are feeling the hot. They are feeling the hot of what is happening now. So let's start it and let it roll.
Rapporteur on extrajudicial summary or arbitrary executions has just ended a 2-week visit to Nigeria. Agnes Callamard has been looking at alleged abuses committed by security forces in the north and south, where a separatist movement has been gaining ground. Well, Callamard is warning the Nigerian government to address what she's calling a pressure cooker of violence that is claiming thousands of lives. Her report also highlights excessive use of force by police, leading to killings and lack of investigations and prosecutions for those committing human rights abuses. Well, Callamard says she found an absence of accountability and a lack of justice for victims. Well, Agnes Callamard joins us live now from Abuja. Agnes, thank you very much for joining us on the programme. That is a pretty long list there. Tell us more about what your visit to Nigeria has uncovered. I noticed the phrase in your press conference earlier, a pressure cooker of violence. So what did you find?
Well, I could not really use any other words than pressure cooker. I have found localized and countrywide patterns of violence that are simmering. And my main concerns with those localized and countrywide systems of violence is that they are now taking place in a context characterized by population explosion, by an increased number of people living in extreme poverty, by the proliferation of weapons coming from throughout the region of West Africa, and by the environmental degradations. So those external pressure applied on top of those ecosystems, eco-political systems of violence are ready to conflagrate, to explode in a way which I don't think we have yet completely understood. So my preliminary finding today was really to issue this warning both to the government and to the international community. There is in Nigeria a pressure cooker that, if it is unchecked, could have ripple effect throughout the regions. And now is a time to prioritize the rule of law and accountability for the people of Nigeria.
Agnes, you used the word crisis and said in your press conference that, you don't want the government to pretend this is not a crisis. But how do they view the situation that you bring up in your report?
Well, you will have to ask them. I don't think I have made any sharp or stark revelations to the government. Whether or not authorities are willing to admit the extent of the problem is a different matter. But in all my meetings with officials, in the majority of my meetings with officials, there is an acknowledgement of the scale and the extent of the problems. That gives me some hope that the authorities, with the necessary leadership and political will be able to begin a roadmap towards addressing the lack of accountability, towards ensuring that killings, particularly by the police, but not only, that all the killings are investigated, that the systemic factors such as the lack of resources of the police, the lack of training, that all those resources issues are addressed. Let me remind you.
So, Biafrans, we know our people, we know how we bring our news. We give small, we give evidences. When we give small of the news, we will bring evidences. Now, what you are watching here now is all we've been clamoring for since years. End the SARS, bad government, every corruption that is happening in Nigeria, BBC has the record. CNN has the record. Al Jazeera has the record. And remember, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said that time will come when Al Jazeera, BBC, CNN will begin to carry the news of Biafrans. And if you watch from the beginning here, you will hear where they said the separatists from the south are gaining mighty ground, mighty weight. And this is Al Jazeera. This Al Jazeera is Arabic. I think the owner of Arabic Al Jazeera is Saudi Arabia. The owner of CNN, they are Americans. The BBC is Britain. How manage Al Jazeera is the people now bringing the news. And if you begin from the beginning, they will tell you when they have already documented all the atrocities happening in Nigeria. But because they are benefiting from the corruption happening in Nigeria, every one of them kept mute. But now, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu made it open to the whole world. Human Rights Organization, World Organization of Human Rights, wrote to Nigeria and they tell them, release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, whom you have kidnapped illegally. Then Nigeria refused to release him. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu says, if he push you, he will show you where to fall. Then Mazen Nnamdi Kanu programmed his people, his followers. He said, if you know you understand this game, you come forward. Those that doesn't understand this game should go behind. The fight for Biafra is not for everybody. Only those that understand what is happening. Then he said, he is tired of broadcasting. Is it not what he said? That he is tired of broadcasting.
What are you here for today?
He is tired of broadcasting. That now he is going to lead in front because he has placed Nigeria in a very tight corner. Then he say, go and listen to my beloved son, Simon Eber. He will shake the whole world. And our PM continue to do the job, gradual upon gradual, gradual upon gradual, until the stage we are today. Now, ORB International send information and they confirm to the whole world that physical referendum is going on and over 50 million has been gathered. You people should now stand up because the person leading this movement now is a military. He is a politician. He is an athletist. He is a criminal investigator. He is also working with the human rights organization. Look what is here now. The people that is bringing this news now is the companies, the group of PM where he work in Finland. He work under human rights organization. It's just like in government in exile, home and abroad today. I hope everybody is really understanding what we are doing. Government in exile, home and abroad today. Then I will take a phone and call anybody in homeland that is inside this government. I say, this is the information I need and this is what I want to do. It is obligation that anybody that is serving under this government will respond. Then, if I take phone now and call anybody from Eritrea, the people that have signed contract, ally with Biafra, I will tell them, this is what we want. They are obligated to respond because we are team. If we call anybody now in Ambazonia, the people that is open, at least the people that is open. But remember one thing, we have countries that has recognized the Biafra. Countries that will start to be making open starting from the 2nd of December. Now, what are we saying? These people you are watching here now are the group where our PM has been working before. Now, we must to take this message back so that people will now tune in. You are watching the program of 555 Vision, and we make our message in order for everybody, both Tom and the Dick, to understand exactly what we are doing. Now, we will go here. What you will hear it very, very well, what they say. Let's bring it here. We'll bring it here.
Arbitrary executions has just ended a 2-week visit to Nigeria. Agnes Calamard has been looking at alleged abuses committed by security forces in the north and south, where a separatist movement has been gaining ground. Well, Calamard is warning the Nigerian government to address what she's calling a pressure cooker of violence that is claiming thousands of lives. Her report also highlights excessive use of force by police, leading to killings and lack of investigations and prosecutions for those committing human rights abuses. Well, Calamard says she found an absence of accountability and a lack of justice for victims. Well, Agnes Calamard joins us live now from Abuja. Agnes, thank you very much for joining us on the programme. That is a pretty long list there. Tell us more about what your visit to Nigeria has uncovered. I noticed the phrase in your press conference earlier, a pressure cooker of violence. So what did you find?
Well, I could not really use any other words than pressure cooker. I have found localized and countrywide patterns of violence that are simmering. And my main concerns with those localized and countrywide systems of violence is that they are now taking place in a context characterized by population explosion, by an increased number of people living in extreme poverty, by the proliferation of weapons coming from throughout the region of West Africa, and by the environmental degradations. So those external pressure applied on top of those ecosystems, eco-political systems of violence are ready to conflagrate, to explode in a way which I don't think we have yet completely understood. So my preliminary finding today was really to issue this warning both to the government and to the international community. There is in Nigeria a pressure cooker that, if it is unchecked, could have ripple effect throughout the regions. And now is a time to prioritize the rule of law and accountability for the people of Nigeria.
Agnes, you used the word crisis and said in your press conference that, you don't want the government to pretend this is not a crisis. But how do they view the situation that you bring up in your report?
Well, you will have to ask them. I don't think I have made any sharp or stark revelations to the government. Whether or not authorities are willing to admit the extent of the problem is a different matter. But in all my meetings with officials, in the majority of my meetings with officials, there is an acknowledgement of the scale and the extent of the problems. That gives me some hope that the authorities, with the necessary leadership and political will be able to begin a roadmap towards addressing the lack of accountability, towards ensuring that killings, particularly by the police, but not only, that all the killings are investigated, that the systemic factors such as the lack of resources of the police, the lack of training, that all those resources issues are addressed. Let me remind you that Nigeria is a middle-income country. So I have approached the questions of arbitrary killings within that context, and what I have found is not in keeping with what I would expect from a middle-level country, middle-income country.
So, Agnes Callamard, is what you're saying that there are resources that can be put to work in solving some of these problems, but the right priorities are perhaps not being made?
Yes, I believe that at the moment the rule of law and accountability have not been sufficiently prioritized. I can take for proof the fact that in 2006, one of my predecessors went on a mission, and when I compare what he has found with what I have found, there are so little differences between the two reports. It is shocking. There are 50.
Now, do you hear what he said? When she made her own investigation and the other groups that are investigating what is happening in Nigeria, that what she found out under her own investigation is exactly what the other person found out as well. Let's hear her again, then we will.
I compare what he has found with what I have found. There are so little differences between the two reports. It is for proof the fact that in 2006, one of my predecessors went on a mission, and when I compare what he has found with what I have found, there are so little differences between the two reports. It is shocking. There are.
Do you hear it? Now, Biafrans, we are bringing news, comparing the news. You know, this is 555 vision analysis. Now, how do we analyze? We will bring the news. We will tell you the foundation. We will also go front to tell you where we are going. When this news broke out, you can connect the dot here now. Remember, from December 2nd, there will be what is called grievances declaration. We always stick on this grievances declaration, and you can hear Al Jazeera saying it in this place that the separatists are gaining ground mightily in Nigeria. And what you have just heard that woman say, under grievances declaration, atrocities happening in Nigeria. That is why when the finance minister of Biafra went inside Washington, D.C. and met the lobbies and the American authorities, it has been open, and our PM said to the whole world, we are talking with American authorities. It is nothing hidden. All they are talking about is what this woman now is revealing now. She began to reveal that every other investigator inside Nigeria, everything they found out is exactly the same thing. Police brutality, bad government, assassin of innocent people, burning people's houses, injustice of different order. Now, that is why the Prime Minister of Finland took it upon himself and said,
know what it means to fight for your independence. We did it from 1939 to 1944. You are fighting for your independence. You're fighting for your rightful place with the West. I wish you, Ukraine, the best of independence. Slava Ukraini.
Nations have a right to choose their own alliances. There are inalienable rights governments must protect. The rule of law must be cherished. Sovereignty and territorial integrity of all states must be respected.
The UN Charter and its principles of sovereignty, territorial integrity, human dignity, and the right to self-defense, these principles are universal and we must uphold them. International law must be protected always and everywhere without any ambiguity.
Now, everybody that is following, if you go outside to deliver message, you will know exactly what you are saying there. This international right that they said it is obligation, it must be protected. is what Al Jazeera is revealing now. So we can go back to Al Jazeera. You will hear exactly how they made the investigation and how they balance it up. We go here. How they made the investigation and how they balance it up.
Found there are so little differences between the two reports. It is shocking. They are 15 years apart. So now is the time to prioritize the rule of law and accountability. There is a securitization strategy to address many problems.
It's time.
But security without accountability is not a solution for the long term. I'm not even sure it's a solution for the short term. It's just a containment policy. A containment in 2019, when the country is confronting the global processes I have identified of population explosion, increased poverty, environmental degradation, that containment policy is not going to work. It's not going to work. So it is time, more than time, too much time has been wasted. It is time to prioritize the rule of law and accountability for the people of Nigeria, particularly for the 49 millions that are living in extreme poverty.
Did you find that there was any positive change?
Yes. Yes, I have found a few positive changes. Now, for instance, in the Northeast, you were mentioning the conflict against Boko Haram. In 2015-2016, that region was at the center of many concerns for human rights violations by Boko Haram, of course, but also by the security agencies. There was a vast number of allegations of arbitrary killing, disproportionate, indiscriminate bombing, disappearances, death in custody, massive death in custody, in fact. Now, those problems have not been investigated, and there is still not any accountability for those past violations, but yes, in custody, in fact. Now, those problems have not been investigated, and there is still not any accountability for those past violations. Problems have not been investigated, and there is still not any accountability for those past violations. But the progress resides.
The problems has not been investigated, and nobody is taking accountability or responsibility for anything happening in the lives of people inside Nigeria. And that is why you see our PM said this.
In Ukraine, in the Middle East, and everywhere in the world, this is our global responsibility.
Self-preservation must be protected at all costs. Today, the Biafran Liberation Army have neutralized dozens of these terrorists in our land, and we are proud of them. They will continue to go down. Our demand is very simple. Pull them out of Biafra land. Remove every checkpoint. If you do not dismantle all the checkpoints, they will continue to die. We will continue to excel. We will continue to deal with Nigeria, and Nigeria will never ever remain the same until Biafra exits from Nigeria. Preservation must be.
Do you hear it? We are connecting the dots. This is from Al Jazeera, and this is what they said. International world. You remember that we still have case with Nigeria inside Banjul, inside African court. They have not responded. Yet, Nigeria is now running to ICC to go and arrest our prime minister. You understand? Now, they have seen that nobody can lay their hands on our prime minister. And did you hear what our prime minister said? When the Biafran Liberation Army destroyed the Boko Haram camp, which they built in Imo State, they call it IDP camp. The Biafran Liberation Army went there and they destroyed that Boko Haram camp, which you know that Boko Haram infiltrated the IDP camp, and they want to import Boko Haram inside the holy land of Biafra. Then the Biafran government gave order to their soldiers to destroy that place. Immediately, the prime minister of the United States of Biafra come publicly and they take responsibility of that building, that Boko Haram building being destroyed. He came, he take responsibility. And this is how Nigeria is failing, has failed as a nation. Nobody is taking responsibility of anybody they are killing in that place. Let us go there a little so everybody will really understand.
Death in custody, massive death in custody, in fact. Now, those problems have not been investigated, and there is still not any accountability for those past violations. But the progress resides in the fact that allegations over the last 2 years, 2018 and 2019, have decreased. So, for instance, allegations of arbitrary deprivation of life, there are far less of them than there were 3 years ago. That I take as a positive sign. Now I would like these positive signs to be, to those positive signs, I would like to see steps taken to ensure accountability for past crimes. I would particularly like the many disappearances that have been brought to my attention by the children, the wives, the daughters, and I would like to see steps taken to ensure accountability for past crimes. I would like to see steps taken to ensure accountability for past crimes. Positive sign, I would like to see steps taken to ensure accountability for past
crimes. Do you hear what she is demanding? maybe people is not really getting it. Do you hear what she is demanding? Because he got he's here. Do you hear what she is demanding? She is now demanding for accountability and the responsibility of all the things and all the killings that is going on in Nigeria. Do you hear it? Whenever PM come up, if Biafran Liberation Army neutralize the terrorists, PM will write in Twitter, or he will come out and let the whole world knows that something like this, that this law is for us. Listen to it. Nobody
must be respected.
The UN Charter and its principles of sovereignty, territorial integrity, human dignity, and the right to self-defense, these principles are universal and we must uphold them. International law must be protected always and everywhere, without any ambiguity, in Ukraine, in the Middle East, and everywhere in the world. This is our global responsibility.
Self-preservation must be protected at all costs. Today, the Biafra Liberation Army have neutralized dozens of these terrorists in our land.
This is what is called taking responsibility. In case you know, we are analyzing videos just primarily. You understand? Number one is this. They said, Mazen Nandekan said, a black man value his stomach more than he value his life. And he says, if you want to hide any secret to a black man, put it inside a book. That black man has no time going inside the book. Now, when we want to analyze, they remove history out of Nigerian school curriculum. For that reason, people doesn't even know their rights. That's why Fela sang his own song. He says, suffering and smiling. Policeman will wipe your ass, you no go talk. Policeman will rape your mother and your sister, you no go talk. Policeman will shoot and destroy people. They will tell you this is accidental discharge. And the people will take it, this is normal. And there is this parable that says, na Niger now, everything happens in Niger, meaning that in Nigeria, every atrocity is legal Everybody can act according to how he like. But today, Biafran Liberation Army will eliminate all the people, all those Boko Haram recruited inside the military that is coming to Biafran land to kill innocent people. You understand? We mention the name according to how it is because YouTube, we registered to YouTube. We let YouTube know exactly what we are fighting for. They are killing our people. That is what we tell YouTube. So you allow us to mention the name according to how it is. Your law says that we cannot show a graphic image, but we can speak. That is for YouTube. Now, what did the woman say? That she will like that Nigerian people, somebody must come out and they take responsibility of all the killings. Listen to it. They have stood up. International communities have stood up.
Positive sign to be to those positive signs. I would like to see steps taken to ensure accountability for past crimes. I would particularly like the many disappearances that have been brought to my attention by the children, the wives, the daughters and son of many disappeared men. I would like for those disappearances to be addressed as a matter of urgency because the torture it is creating for the people left behind cannot be underestimated.
Agnes Calamard there joining us, UN Special.
To ensure accountability for past crimes, I would...
Do you hear it? How to take responsibility? Human rights, International Human Rights Organization, remember, they are the ones that the Nigerian government are the ones that wrote to them to go and arrest our prime minister. Obato Bie Eze Abata no Bi Biafra. You understand? They ask him, you know, they said, if you live in a glass house, don't throw a stone. Nigerian government have thrown a stone inside human rights organization, and they have called them to go and arrest an innocent man. Now, investigation start. Here, before we will go to another place, some people come new, we will let them know how we start. Look at it. This is how we start. That we are gaining ground.
Arbitrary executions has just ended a 2-week visit to Nigeria. Agnes Calamard has been looking at alleged abuses committed by security forces in the north and south, where a separatist movement has been gaining ground. Security forces in the north and south, where a separatist movement has been gaining ground. It's in the north and south, where a separatist movement has been gaining ground.
In the south, separatist movement has been gaining ground. And it is not a joke. This is part of it. This is part of it. Everybody knows the ground the Biafran government is gaining. You understand? Look at it.
Is that the general, yeah? The general.
That's the general.
What is his name? Osha. General Osha. Can I ask you a question, General? So what's the letter entails today? What are you here for today?
We are here to come and talk to...
Yeah.
We are here to come and...
Yeah. I just got a question. Yeah, I've got a question.
Go ahead.
Yeah, what are you here for?
The United Nations has described Niger.
You know, and the reason why we're being asked to do this under our leader is because the Yorubas are people that have been around for thousands of years. Self-determination that we're asking for is so that we can exit Nigeria peacefully. So we're having a march today.
So you're part of Nigeria?
Yeah, we're part of Nigeria. The Yoruba that have been around at Nigeria for 13,000 years.
Yeah. They want everybody to go back. Steve, this is the leader. He's going over to hand.
Now, lovely Biafrans, we are here again. Another JAZEERA news. We are here now again, and even before we go here, let us make Biafrans happy because Biafrans supposed to be celebrated mightily. Biafrans are supposed to be celebrated mightily. And we want to just celebrate Biafra with something. We celebrate Biafra with something now so that the whole world will know that we are not joking.
Of 10 minutes after 7. They said today is market, but it's only security people market I'm seeing here. Only security. Only security. Nobody. Onwe ndị nọ n'afịa na-abụrụ security. So onye ọ na-abịara ya tata bụkwa security ka ọ bụ. Otagona, everywhere is lock up. Nwanne obodo bụ igwe. Onwere onye chọrọ ka o bu ụzọ daa. Nwanne abịakwa nka njọ onye ndị nche. Ka o soro n'ihe a na-eme. Ma William Street, Bright Street, Emeka for White House, onwerekwa onye na-ebe a na-abụrụ ndị security maka ndị na-asịsị pụta. Onye ga-ebu ụzọ pụta ka a na-eche. Daalụ.
Ndewo. I hope everybody hear it. Everybody heard it. For you to know, international community says, keep an eye on Biafra. They are making mighty wave. And what is really happening is this. Nobody can stop this kind of movement. It is not done anywhere. This is Biafra referendum. And this is the reason they are jumping out from their net. The message you just watched now from JAZEERA, what they are afraid is 50 million people has voted. More than 50 million people and counting has voted for their freedom, and nobody can stop it. You understand? This is Soludo. We are dealing with them. We are letting them know we know our right. And when you know your right, then you let the whole world know that they don't need to mess up with your right. This is Biafrans voting for their own freedom. So we will continue. We will continue to. This is our jingle, you know. For now, this is our jingle. For now, this is our jingle. Yes, never gone. Then, this is what we are avoiding to happen in Biafran land. You see? We are avoiding in Biafran land. These are the things we are avoiding. That's why we are having sleepless nights. Many will not know. And what is that message? What is that message? Please bear with me, because these people, now,
described Nigeria as an escalating hot.
Now we come. You see, Ebusianama Eburubia Nobi. Then we take it from here. We take the message from here now. Escalating message.
United Nations has described Nigeria as an escalating hotbed of conflict, violence, and
escalating hotbed of conflict. Check English and also that place. So escalating hotbed of conflict. This is Nigeria after human rights is questioning them.
Human rights violations. The UN Special Rapporteur.
Now, did you see the same woman that just gave news now? Please, I want to be reading comment. The same woman I played before. Do you see her face here? Escalating bed of violence is happening in Nigeria, and Nigeria went out to pursue our prime minister. But these people, I am very, very ashamed of these Nigerian people. When they set up 500,000 recruited Irats from DOS, we destroyed all of them in this place. Nigerian government they themselves wrote to human rights organization. Why they know that someone very, very bold can stand and speak in this manner
without any ambiguity in Ukraine, in the Middle East, and everywhere in the world. This is our global responsibility.
Self-preservation must be protected at all costs. Today, the Biafran Liberation Army have neutralized dozens of these terrorists in our land, and we are proud of them. They will continue to go down. Our demand is very simple. Pull them out of Biafra land. Remove every checkpoint. If you do not dismantle all the checkpoints, they will continue to die. We will continue to excel. We will continue to deal with Nigeria, and Nigeria will never ever remain the same until Biafra exits from Nigeria. A government that uses violence will be responded with the same and equal measure.
Will be responded with the equal measure of violence. People are bearing witness. They see the woman. This is the woman you just saw watch her news now from JAZEERA. The other one now is Nigerian. That is, they cannot hide again. Only Obi Eric said it means that the Oduwa nation or Yoruba nation is still alive. I thought that Tinubu has killed it. No, Tinubu did not kill it. That is why when PM is talking concerning Yoruba, he demarcated them. He called the people that doesn't believe in Yoruba nation or Oduwa nation the Afonjas, the Ifajona, or the DOS like DOS Nigeria. These are the Afonjas. But we had a series of meeting with the Banjo, the real leader, which is on top of Iboho, Koiki Media. We have a lot of intels. We know that Yoruba is still coming. You understand? What are they waiting for? Everybody is waiting for 2nd of December. So we continue. Then we continue. Chiboke, Robert. Okay. She speak in JAZEERA. Yes, so yes, this is the same woman that just spoke in JAZEERA now. Then we go there. We take it now from here.
Describes Nigeria as an escalating hotbed of conflict, violence.
Escalating hotbed of conflict. Oh, yeah?
And human rights violations. The UN Special Rapporteur on Extrajudicial Killings, Summary or Arbitrary Executions, Agnes Callamard, made this known in Abuja as she shared her findings with the press following her engagement in the country. Callamard said the government's resolve to address worrisome findings have been inadequate, as many of the issues breeding violence and conflict between ethnic groups have not been addressed in the last 10 years. She also expressed worry over use of excessive force by security agencies and innocent Nigerians, and reports of human rights violations by security personnel.
Nigeria needs urgent action to end the pressure cooker of violence, which is claiming thousands of lives. According to my preliminary findings, Nigeria is a pressure cooker of internal conflict and generalized patterns of lack of accountability that must be addressed urgently, with issues like poverty and climate change adding to the crisis. The overall situation I have found is one of extreme concern. The absence of accountability is on such a scale that pretending this is nothing short of a crisis will be a major mistake. And if ignored, its ripple effect will spread, in my view, throughout the sub-region, given the country's important role in the continent. And of course, if ignored, the major primary victims will be the most disenfranchised and vulnerable populations in the country.
Did you hear from them the way they speak? You hear from them? Now, somebody said something that I should paste the link for the vote. My brother Ikechukwu Mwacha, go to Google. Let us know if we can easily go to Google. I hope every other person here has voted. Go to Google and type Biafran voting link. Let's know if I can bring it out here now. We are Emma. We are never require here to put our now. So bear with us. Bear with us. Bear with us. Bear with us. We are here evangelizing and calling Biafrans to come and vote. And we know that some people don't know how to do it. So we come here to advertise that Biafrans are having their vote. So please allow us to show our people how to vote. Now let's remove this one and come here. Then, Honorable, thank you. Greetings, thank you. Then, who doesn't know how to vote? You go to Google. If you go to Google, you type Biafran voting link. If you type Biafran voting link, it will bring out this. Then you open ongoing Biafra self-referendum. When you open ongoing Biafran self-referendum, wait, let it open. Ongoing Biafran self-referendum, you will see it there. What is happening to this network now? Wait, please don't go. Some people don't know how to vote, and it is our duty to do something now. Okay, I must go to Google again. So my brother, this is taking this thing out. You go to Google, type Biafran voting link. When the Biafran voting link comes, then you will see ongoing Biafra self-referendum. It will come out. You will see the link there. Then you follow the link. That is the easiest way to vote. Because we did a lot of video about it before. Let us complete our program now. I wanted to show it again, but it's not connecting.
Yes, it is ongoing. It is happening live. Biafrans are ready to go. Biafrans are ready to go. Hand over a letter. It probably will be going to the Prime Minister to hand over a letter, I think. The whole neighborhood has converged with interest for this election. Biafrans are voting here in Lagos.
So, something other people are asking also. So try to be on this line. Don't disappoint me. Let us disconnect a lot of things. We will disconnect a lot of things here.
Only one phone. Don't use two.
So yeah, I can be able to show it to the public. We will go live here. First of all, go to your Google. You type Biafran voting link. Now, Biafran voting link. I hope I will get it now. Now, I hope I'm coming out. If you go out now, it will not be good for me. So, you go to Biafran voting link. Then you will see ongoing self-referendum. Then, let me know if it's out clear here. Then when you go there, you will see ongoing self-referendum. You will see ongoing self-referendum. You click ongoing self-referendum. You will see the link here. I believe people are seeing it clear. Please write me a comment if you are seeing it clear. Let me check from my own device. Yes. You will see that place pointing arrow. You will see the link there. Then when you go there, inside this link, you go inside this link, then you click Biafra public vote, Biafra publicvote.org. You click it. When you click it, this is the image you will see. Biafra Republic Government in Exile. You will see it. You will see this thing out there. This is what you will see. This is the image you will see. This is the image you are going to see. So when you see this image, you will see it here now. You will see it here now. This is what you are going to see. I hope it's bringing us another thing. We will make another video about this thing. Yes. We will make another video no matter what. But because we are here to sell our market, we are here to advertise what we are doing. And no matter however, we will get it. Do you see it? Okay, now, when you come here, lovely Biafrans, the network is bad now. Okay, no problem. Then you will come here, you will see the vote, you will see the ID card, then you will also see Finland registration, the one you want to participate. Then you go there. It's not difficult, lovely Biafrans. Do you see it? Go to Google, you type Biafra voting link, you will see ongoing referendum, you click it, you will see where hand is pointing down on the arrow, Biafra government.org. You see it, you click. These pictures will come out from there. Then, if you want to vote, you click the vote. I have voted already. If you want to do your ID card, Biafran ID card, you will do it also. Then, if you want to register for Finland Declaration 2nd December, you will register it from here. Then, let us see if we can open it. If we can open it. You see the thing that came out here now. The thing that came out here now is that I have voted. That is the thing that came out here. It say I have voted. I have already voted. Owen Palace, long time. Thank you for joining, Owen. Then this is how to vote. When you go there, if you have not voted, you click that vote. Then from there, it will give you everything you need. So, lovely Biafrans, that is our message for today, because this is our break time. We will keep it here. But what are we talking about? What we are talking about is our agitation has come to international recognition. And this is all we've been asking for. This is all we need. And we are equal to task. We are equal to task. PM says, no, that is what you must know. Now, international communities has come to Nigeria to make it open to the world. Please, if you have not shared this message, try to share it, because our time has really run out. Our time has really run out. Go and jubilate, go and celebrate, because Biafra is gone. Biafra has left Nigeria behind. Let us see how we are going to end the broadcast now. Biafrans, go and jubilate. Go and jubilate. Abato Obie has given us Biafra. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. Let's.
And Edo State doesn't have too much of oil and gas like Delta, and they feel that if they should allow some of these communities in the Banki and others to come to Anyoma, that they will have they won't have much resources. But we know that most of those communities are Igbos. They say it, they speak Igbo, they are Eka Igbos, if you know what I mean. They want to be part of the new Anyoma state. But the current drive is limited to the 9 local government areas. Just as I told you, there are still drive from people from across the Niger, from Onitsha, from Obaru, from Uguta, and Doni, that they want to belong to Anyoma. But as you said, state transcends beyond religion and tribe and culture. So wherever we find ourselves, we have to make a home out of it. Maybe in the future, we can bring those Iribanki and co towards Anyoma, but let's create an Anyoma state first. Then maybe in the future, we can go for some boundary adjustments. It is done. It is possible to get this done through boundary adjustments. You have to make a home out of it. Maybe in the future, we can bring those in the banking and co towards Anioma. But let's create an Anioma state first. Then maybe in the future, we can go for some boundary adjustments. But let's create an Anioma state first. Then maybe in the future, we can go for some boundary adjustments.
Biafrans, our PM sent a message to Ned Walker. He said, anybody who knows this man, the husband of Regina Daniel, she will tell that man to go and pack well. Do you hear what he is saying? Maybe in the future. This man just want to cause nuisance. He said, the governor of Edo State said that they know very, very well that Anioma is Igbo. But he said he will not let Anioma to go because there is oil found enter that place. But he himself is fighting to create an Anioma state. He said, maybe in the future, maybe. This
So
is how
we
you see
can go for
visionless
some boundary
leaders.
adjustments. It is done. It is possible to get this done through boundary adjustments. And so I'm hoping that we can achieve that. In the future, we can go for some boundary adjustments. It is done. It is possible to get.
Do you understand? All these things are the things you will see inside grievances declaration. And the Biafrans, what we are doing now is that we will call it a day for now. Happy women. We are not separatists. We are asking for freedom from the British contraption. Yes, automatically, we must get our freedom. But whatever the Biafrans must know now is international communities are speaking about Nigeria. Before JAZEERA will open their channel to speak about evil happening in Nigeria, it means that mighty wave is happening. They said, separatists from the south, you see Igboho, you see our prime minister, you see Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, something is cooking. So lovely Biafrans, we love you. We love you. Help us to share this message. This is our